The music world was absolutely shattered last night when BTS's tour stop at Stanford Stadium became the setting for one of the most emotionally powerful and unexpected moments in concert history, with Jin initiating what became a group embrace of Bang Si-hyuk, the chairman and producer who founded Big Hit Entertainment and who is credited with creating BTS as we know them. The spontaneous gesture occurring during a segment where the members were addressing the audience about their journey and their gratitude to the people who supported them. The footage that has now been viewed over 5 billion times shows Jin walking to the side of the stage where Bang Si-hyuk was apparently watching from the wings, pulling him onto the stage despite his visible reluctance and initial resistance, and wrapping him in a long emotional embrace while the other BTS members quickly joined to create a 7-person group hug around the man who discovered them as trainees, and who guided their development from unknown hopefuls to global superstars. The fact that this display of affection and appreciation occurred spontaneously during a concert, rather than being part of some planned award show tribute or corporate event, makes it feel exponentially more authentic and meaningful, with the raw emotion visible on all faces involved suggesting this represented genuine expression of feeling, rather than manufactured moment for publicity purposes. Why would Jin specifically be the one to initiate bringing Bang Si-hyuk on stage and embracing him? And does his role in creating this moment reflect his position as eldest member, and his particular relationship with the executive who took a chance on 7 unknown young men and invested years of training and resources into developing them? According to industry observers and BTS historians analyzing the significance of the moment, Jin's initiative in pulling Bang Si-hyuk on stage and initiating the emotional embrace likely reflects both his role as eldest member with particular responsibility for expressing group gratitude, and possibly his own personal feelings of indebtedness to someone who believed in him despite his having no prior training or experience when he was recruited to join what would become BTS. The specific decision to make this gesture at the Stanford concert rather than at a show in Korea or another Asian location has been interpreted as particularly meaningful, with the American setting representing how far BTS has traveled from their origins, and making the acknowledgement of the person who made that journey possible especially poignant and symbolic. The visible emotion on Bang Si-hyuk's face as he was pulled on stage and embraced, with reports suggesting he was fighting back tears, demonstrates that the gesture had genuine impact and that despite his powerful position and business success, being publicly acknowledged and appreciated by the artists he helped create clearly moved him deeply. The detail that has ARMY absolutely sobbing and that has made this moment go viral far beyond just K-pop fandom is that after the initial embrace, each BTS member apparently said something personal to Bang Si-hyuk that the microphones didn't fully capture but that caused visible emotional responses from him, with Jin's comments in particular apparently making Bang Si-hyuk actually cry, his composure completely breaking down in a way that someone in his powerful executive position would normally never allow to happen in public setting. This image of a successful powerful businessman being reduced to tears by the gratitude and affection of the artists he mentored has resonated with people far beyond just BTS fans, touching on universal themes about mentorship, success, gratitude, and the human connections that exist even within commercial relationships. The specific moment when Bang Si-hyuk wiped tears from his face while Jin kept an arm around his shoulders has become iconic representation of the genuine relationships and mutual appreciation that can exist between artists and the business figures who support and guide them, contradicting cynical assumptions that such relationships are purely transactional, or that executives view artists as commodities, rather than as people they care about. The Stanford Stadium concert where this unforgettable moment occurred was a major stop on BTS's ongoing tour, with the 70,000 capacity venue being sold out months in advance and representing one of the largest and most significant shows of the tour given Stanford's location in the San Francisco Bay Area, and its symbolic importance as elite academic institution and cultural center. The fact that Bang Si-hyuk was present at this particular show rather than at every tour stop suggests he made special effort to attend this performance, possibly knowing it would be particularly meaningful or possibly simply because his schedule allowed him to be there, though his presence in the wings watching the performance created the opportunity for Jin's spontaneous gesture to occur. The specific segment of the concert during which the emotional moment occurred was apparently a traditional talking portion where BTS members addressed the audience between songs, sharing thoughts and feelings and creating intimate connection despite the massive scale of the stadium setting. The topic being discussed when Jin decided to bring Bang Si-hyuk on stage was apparently gratitude and reflection on their journey, making the gesture feel like natural extension of what was already being expressed verbally, rather than being random interruption of the show's flow, though the spontaneous nature of actually pulling their chairman on stage, rather than just mentioning him from a distance, elevated the moment from standard acknowledgement to something far more personal and impactful. The other BTS members' reactions to Jin's initiative in bringing Bang Si-hyuk on stage showed immediate understanding and support, with all of them quickly joining the embrace without any apparent hesitation or concern about the appropriateness or the disruption to the planned show sequence. The unity and enthusiasm with which all 7 members participated in the group hug demonstrated shared feelings of gratitude and affection toward Bang Si-hyuk, rather than this being just Jin's individual sentiment that others felt obligated to support, validating that the gesture represented genuine collective appreciation, rather than just one member's personal expression. The audience response to witnessing this unexpected emotional moment was immediate and sustained, with the 70,000 fans erupting into cheering and many visibly crying themselves as they recognized they were witnessing something authentic and meaningful, rather than just another rehearsed concert moment. The specific quality of the crowd noise, described by attendees as being different from typical concert screaming and more emotional and supportive in tone, suggests the audience understood the significance and responded with their own expressions of emotion and appreciation for being allowed to witness such an intimate moment of gratitude and affection. The impact on the rest of the concert following this emotional interlude was reportedly significant, with the energy and atmosphere shifting to become even more emotionally charged and intimate than typical stadium concert despite the massive scale, as both BTS and the audience seemed to feel they had shared something special that created deeper connection between performers and fans. The subsequent performances were described by attendees as being particularly powerful and emotional, with the vulnerability and authenticity of the Bang Si-hyuk moment apparently lowering barriers and allowing for more open emotional expression throughout the remainder of the show. The social media response to footage of the moment has been overwhelmingly emotional and positive, with people far beyond just BTS fandom expressing that watching the embrace and seeing the genuine affection and gratitude between the artists and their mentor made them cry or gave them hope about human relationships, and about the possibility of success not destroying authentic connection and appreciation. The universal themes of mentorship, gratitude, and the importance of acknowledging the people who helped us succeed have resonated across cultural and generational boundaries, making this one of the rare K-pop moments that has genuinely crossed over to touch mainstream audiences who normally have no interest in or knowledge of the genre. The response from Bang Si-hyuk himself in the days following the concert has been characteristically low-key, with him posting a simple thank you message to BTS and ARMY on social media without elaborating on his emotions or the significance of the moment, though sources close to him suggest he was deeply moved, and that he has watched the footage multiple times while remaining characteristically private about his personal feelings. The contrast between his powerful corporate position and his genuine emotional vulnerability in that moment has made him more human and relatable to people who might otherwise view him primarily as business executive, rather than as mentor who genuinely cares about the artists he works with. In conclusion, the stunning spontaneous moment when Jin pulled Bang Si-hyuk on stage during BTS's Stanford concert and initiated a group embrace that brought the powerful executive to visible tears has created one of the most emotionally resonant and universally meaningful moments in K-pop history.